Ma'am, you really waddled your big pregnant ass out there to sell some crack, and now I have to suffer for it with my life? Huh. Letitia's ass would have been done, okay? It's all right. I will take care of the baby until you get out. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tyra here with another struggle review, here to discuss Strapped. Now this movie is from 1993. It stars Bokeem Woodbine and Fredro Starr. Now before I get into how we was holding it down and all strapped all through the 90s, I need you guys to drop down and subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm going to give you guys a moment to do that, and then we're going to come back and discuss all things. I mean strapped, get the strap. Everybody was strapped. Everybody and their mama was strapped with a gun back then. It was not safe. It ain't safe. Stay in the house. Stay in the house.
Go back.
Now that you guys have hopefully subscribed to see more of me, let's get into this movie. But before we jump into the video, I have to give a shout out to the person who paid for and requested this movie. So if you happen to get your whole Bokeem motherfuckers Woodbine ass life, it's not because of me, it's because of this person right here. Thank you for paying for this content and supporting my channel. Get the strap. Now, getting into this movie was directed by Forest Whitaker, y'all. This was his directorial debut. I don't think he gets a lot of shine because he is such a phenomenal actor. Him being a producer and a director doesn't quite register all the time, but he has directed other great films like Waiting to Exhale, Hope Floats, and even on the producing side, A Rage in Harlem, Fruitvale Station, Dope, Sorry to Bother You, and a most recent film on Netflix, Passing. He outside. Now it is 1993 and it is a hard time, reckless time in the Brooklyn project ass hallways because niggas are getting shot every day. We are introduced to Daquan, Bokeem Woodbine, and his pregnant girlfriend Letitia. They are looking forward to having their baby and they are just trying to maintain and make it. But being that they're from this particular area and it is so reckless, chances are slim to none when we can just so casually walk up on a teen murdering another teen in the hallway, at which we have our first instance of Daquan taking on burdens that he just shouldn't have to because he cares so much. What you doing with that gun? Give me that gun. Let me go take it and hide it in my apartment. Absolutely not. But of course, this is the day and age that we are living in at the moment. Now, of course, watching this at moments, it can feel quite dated because we are in 1993 and it is about being strapped, you know, people being armed with guns. Now, of course, violence has never stopped, but we were at our peak at that time of, you know, people between the ages of maybe 8 and freaking 30 having access to all these weapons on the street, where it may have been a little casual little gun here and there. There was a whole influctuation of guns coming over, you know, from across the water because we didn't bring them over here, and we are no longer seeing just standard guns. We are seeing, you know, MAC-10s, Uzi, automatic weapons, and we commence to have all this violence and all this blood on the streets because every little nigga walking with a nutsack has a gun now and can easily access one. Stay in the house. Now, of course, going into this movie and this being a Bokeem movie, I was so prepared for the rewatch and the fucking motherfucking antics, and they were absolutely not here. I was so surprised at how calm and collected he was as an actor. I'm just not used to that from him, especially not in his early 90s roles. Maybe later on, you know, when we get, you know, more into the 2000s and roles he decided to take and how he was able to, you know, kind of confine his on-screen antics. The 90s, I was expecting Caught Up. I was expecting, I ain't got nothing. I was expecting Josh from Jason's Lyric. It was absolutely none of that. He was so calm and collected. Yeah, you have no problem believing that he is a soon-to-be father. You're actually rooting for them as a couple in the beginning, even though she works in fast food and, you know, she's giving Charmaine Taisha Brown. I don't know why she was giving me a different world of Charmaine Taisha Brown, but let me know if you saw it. Letitia is giving that, but you're actually rooting for them. They're trying to be positive, trying to be righteous, not trying to go the fast route as far as making money. He's been to jail already. He knows what that quick money leads to. And even though there is so much temptation constantly surrounding the both of them, you know, we have still smoke crack, don't you? Jermaine Hopkins is here as Lele. You know, he's the little local street vendor. You know, if you want it, I got it. You got it, I get it. So get it while the getting is good. He was giving that hustle man ass energy. You also have Bamboo, Fredro Starr with hair. Looks so strange with hair. Here as a little local, you know, maybe drug dealer, maybe push. You're not really sure just what he's doing at the time, but you do know that they have a relationship that he is not interested in going back to. Things are looking up. They are being positive. He's not going to go astray. He has a plan for his life and for his unborn seed. What could go wrong? I'll tell you what could go wrong. Goddamn Letitia. We have already established that Daquan is not your everyday lost, aimless soul like a Chuck, who is very much so proud of killing someone and strapped and ready to go and kill someone again if he has to. This is not Daquan. He has a plan. He works. He is trying to take care of his family, help out. You know, his mother. He's a good man, Savannah. He's begging on his knees and you let him get away. You know, he trying to be there, not go to jail again, make his people proud. You know, bickering with his sisters, you know, Moni Love. I break into a lyrical freestyle. Grab the mic, look at the clouds and see smiles. Ladies first, yes, yes. Everything was looking up. Here comes goddamn Letitia. Letitia decides to go out and sell some crack. She decides to go out and make some easy money and claims that she was thinking about the baby. What? And you know, leather jackets. What the hell you think about leather jackets for? It's summer in Brooklyn. What? Either way, tensions are high. Letitia is locked up and she needs him to get her out immediately. Because we wouldn't want her big and pregnant in jail, huh? Selling crack. Clearly, Letitia was outside. Was this Letitia's third offense for distributing crack? Yeah. Letitia would have said with that. So from that point on, the movie is solely about getting Letitia out of jail. This $2,500 ass fund. I need you to get me out of here. What are you doing? What's the plan? I need you to get me out of here. Like, girl, you asking for a whole lot when nobody told you to take your ass out there in the first place. Now, from my point of view, from the very beginning, it did really feel like they were already in the system and him and Letitia were set up from the jump. Her getting out there was, you know, of course on her own accord, but if you come out here and we see an opportunity for one of you to be pinned against the other, for Daquan to become an informant, we are going to take it. Letitia is pretty much on her third strike already. She has previous priors and she is looking at 8 years in jail. And we have a cop who was going in between so hard playing good cop, bad cop. I'm like, which one do you want it to be? It really doesn't matter in my case because I wouldn't root for his ass no way. He's supposed to be all honorary and he's trying to help and assist while at the same time wanting to use Daquan to get into spaces that he can't get into. He deals in guns. He wants to know where they're being sold, for how much, and how he can get an opportunity for a bust. And if Daquan, for the most part, can snitch and make this shit happen, he is saying multiple times in this movie, I'm gonna help Letitia, I'm gonna get her out, get her time reduced, I am gonna do something for you. And with him having such limited options, he happens to have to oblige him. And we go down the fucking rabbit hole. All because Letitia wanted a leather jacket. If you didn't have a fucking wicked jump shot, Letitia, you should have had your ass out there selling crack. I'm slamming niggas like Shaquille. Shit is real. When it's time to eat a meal, I rob and steal. Cause Mom Dukes ain't giving me shit. So for the bread and butter, I leave niggas in the gutter. Huh, word to mother, I'm dangerous. Crazy in the bag of fucking angel dust. When I bust my gap, motherfuckers take dirt naps. I'm all that in a dime sack. What a payback! Give it a look. I'm sorry. Yeah, Letitia was full of shit. Now we have the situation continue to intensify, and Daquan have so much going on. Not only does he have Letitia big and pregnant waiting patiently to get out of jail, we also have the dynamic with him and his family and his mother. She wants so badly to protect him. Don't go to jail, son. Watch your back. Can't you just stay in the house? Are you doing anything illegal? She just wants him to be okay. And then we have his inner conflict. He wants something so much more than what's being given to him. He knows it's a horrible place to live. It's a dangerous neighborhood. This is no place to have a baby. I need to get Letitia and I need to get out of here. But first, I need to get some coin and get her out of jail. How am I supposed to do that? And then we have this buzzard of a cop in his ear, constantly bickering, toting, poking the bear, delivering the false promise to get Letitia out and actually help him. And even though he maybe had intentions to do so, the federal person over him doesn't care about the low person on the low totem pole to help Letitia if all you can deliver is this. So his situation intensifies, and he in turn puts more pressure on Daquan, who has had enough. He is absolutely finished, especially when he is going into these bodegas, risking his life, lurking, watching, delivering back information. This could get you clapped out here, son. What's really going on outside? We even have him go in and set up a fake buy with the fine ass Isaiah Washington. Little cameo here, looking good and young and sprinky with his fresh little dimple in his cheek. You better get out of here, Savon. Looking all good. It's just too much. And at that point, I was like, wow, we have really gotten through this entire movie. His first real movie role with Bokeem being straight up normal. Then in comes the Solange interpretive dance interludes in the movie. Like, I was like, what? Wow, we almost made it out. We almost made it out. And then it gets really intensified. It was, the Lord Chief Rocker's #1 Chief Rocker. It was very never ever ever get played. Kill that. Bustin' mad cap in your back cause I'm all that. It was, straight from Crooklyn, better known as Brooklyn. He decides to go back and link up with Bamboo, who used to sell crack, but now he is selling guns like everybody else, and happy to do so. Then that's when we get more into Fredro Starr being our low-key, little Brooklyn, kind of like a low dog, real reckless, like I don't give a damn. They're gonna buy the crack from somebody, they can buy it from me. They're gonna buy the guns, they can buy it from me. Everything is very broken down and logical to him in a sense of what he's doing. He doesn't see a bigger purpose for his life. As long as I got this fly ass gear, I got these gold teeth, I am okay. I can live another day. I can buy my mama a nice TV. I can pay the bills. He feels like a man. Very mic check. I walk around the street with the black Tech 9 by the waistline, kicking the hype shit. He was very trigger and very gun happy. And you see that he is all into the sales and he has it down to a science. Even the whitest of white men that he is getting the guns from to distribute them in the first place. Only problem is, even though he feels like, oh, Daquan is the homie, this white man wants nothing to do with him and would prefer to work with Bamboo and Babu alone. Now, immediately you see the separation happen and that man recognized that, okay, yeah, this young man may be on some shit. He recognizes, how naive Bamboo is, how trigger happy he is, how he's just so great to grasp at any opportunity. Whereas we have Daquan, who's constantly looking at the bigger picture, looking at a way out. We can do this on our own. He's taking too much of the profit. Why are we sharing everything with him when we're doing all of the work? And this man immediately wants nothing to do with him. Now, beforehand, we very much do see that this was only supposed to be an out to get Letitia out of jail, and this is not something that he wants to do. He is very righteous, he's very smart, and he has a conscience. He's not as eager as Bamboo to not only sell a gun to, a teenage mom, but a 10-year-old kid. He's behind the logic. What do you need the gun for? What are you going to do with it? That's not smart. This isn't okay. But for the most part, he is still within himself and very selfish and thinking, I can't think about these things right now. I need to only focus on getting myself out and my unborn seed so we don't have to deal with these elements anymore. Now, once he gets a taste of that easy money and he gets more invested, even though this is causing so much strife and stress in his home with his mom, they're fighting, she's finding money, she knows that something is up, and he actually eventually does get the money to get Letitia Letitia out of jail. We get into his relationship with Bamboo and him like, don't cross me, dog. He was giving that DMX energy. Do not cross me. This is all I have at this moment. I don't see that bigger picture that you do. I am more than willing to work underneath this white man and sell these guns and go on my merry way. But you see a bigger plan. He's claiming he has a connection to someone in Atlanta from Yo-Yo. Check the booty. Yo-Yo is the Atlanta-ass connection. She's here. There are a lot of rappers in this movie. Now, once we have Bamboo agree to go along with the plan and them even take a trip down to Georgia to see how easy it is to get the guns to distribute and how cheap it is from Kool Moe. I used to live downtown, 129th Street, Convent. Everything's upbeat. Kool Moe Dee was the hookup. All the rappers were here. He is down and Letitia is out. The only problem is Letitia is only out on bail and they are in a situation that money cannot buy. Not only is she facing 8 years, but if she takes a plea, she will maybe do 18 months and then she can get out. And this is just so unacceptable to him and Letitia. I was all for the both of them being, you know, conscious and righteous and wanting to be great parents and go and escape and do better. But you made these choices and you have to live with them. This was Letitia's third strike and there was no going back. So to try to help her yet again, we rack ourselves up with this white officer who couldn't even help us the first time. Now he wants to give up this man. He has a source. He has seen these white men open the trunk of his car with a plethora of guns. Let me turn him. You walk him in, you follow that trail. This should be the case you need to make sure my baby mama gets no time. And you know what? That shit doesn't work because this white man's ass was covered. He is certified and licensed to handle all kinds of firearms and transfer this, that, and there. He was covered. He crossed all T's and dotted all I's, which leaves him with a bounty on his head as well as Bamboo. Very great stand-up scenes in the end. That's when we really get into the meat and potatoes of the story and the substance that the system was never going to and wasn't built to work out for someone like Daquan and Letitia. The odds were stacked against him from the very beginning, and no matter what this good cop, bad cop tried to do or the intentions that he might have had, I love when they try to have him have some sincere, so why don't you go to school? You're very smart. Nigga, you ain't on my side. Get out of my face. You cannot help me. The system was built for this man to, you know, be licensed and carry arms and do this. I can't win. And now there is a bounty on my ass. We need to lay low. We need to be covered out here. I love the little cameo from Busta Rhymes. Like, yeah, I shoot a nigga. Like, Busta, why are you here looking like the leaders of the new school? But despite their best efforts and them wanting to push forward and not giving a damn what this white man had to say, Bamboo blows up the whole spot when he accidentally shoots a little girl being reckless and angry in a store behind a fucking sandwich. Bro, it was not that deep. Subway. At this point, I was absolutely fed up with the interactions with the officer and the, you know, what if it was your child? What if, like, they were going too far with when he wanted to be a good cop and when he wanted to be a bad one, when he wanted to apply pressure, when he wanted to be helpful. Get the fuck out of my face with that. You were never on my side. Just pretty much just whispering and being judgmental and trying to see what I can do to have shit work out in your favor. But at this point, it really doesn't matter because everything is coming out about him being an informant, him being, you know, a snitch and this, that, and a third. All while Bamboo is sitting and learning and hearing from across the way and plotting. How dare you do this to me? Not only did I think you my dog, don't cross me. You an informant, which is why I didn't understand us getting into the snitching aspects of the film. Now, of course, he wants to identify, you know, what were you doing in front of the store? Who is Bamboo to you? And he continues to lie. And we get more into the no snitching aspects of the film as well as the strapped aspect. Now, I really didn't understand this. I was like, you already snitching, bro. Like, what's a few more to get you where you need to be? But at this moment, even though it is a friend, we do see a lot of aspects where he feels like I can only go so far to what I feel like is, you know, decent and reasonable snitching. I snitch about, you know, old boy at the local bodega behind some guns, or maybe this white man, but I'm not snitching on my own people. Even though I did see and witness Bamboo shoot this little girl, I'm not talking about it. We don't do that for my hood. How am I supposed to walk around at the end of the day? And you still see that shit very stronghold on the projects right now. Now, getting into the very end, I had not seen this movie in a very long time, so I did not remember how it ended. I did not remember it going this way. Not only do you have him feeling the heat of everybody around him, you know, all the eyes, identifying him as a snitch in the neighborhood, and that's the last thing you want to be. We're going beyond one person having a bounty on your head. Now we have a whole community looking at you and viewing you a certain way. It's not safe for me, and it's not safe for my baby or Letitia. We need to leave, and we need to leave now. He's gearing up to go. We literally have Fredro Starr roll up and try to bust a cap and whoop some ass in the middle of his mother's living room. And I love the way that it was played out. It just shows you, you know, friend or foe, when it comes down to it, that really doesn't matter. Even though we grew up together, your mom knows my mom. Shit is getting real right here. I'm about to shoot you, dog, like you snitched on me. It is just so much. We get into this whole chase and him getting, I was like, damn, the cops come so quickly for him in this entire movie. I swear every time he committed something, the cops were right there to pick his ass up without a fucking blink of a goddamn eyelash. Now we have him in the end between a rock and the hard place about, you know, hey, if you turn in, you know, we can solve this murder for this little girl. Maybe we can help Letitia. And the fact that he was like, well, I was like, no, don't take anything that these people have to say for granted. I was happy, at least in that moment. He says, no, I want to hear it out of the mouths of the higher up. Call your boss and have him tell me that Letitia will have immunity and she can go on with our baby and live her life, and then I'll give you something. When he said, I'm gonna give you something, I was like, all right, you know, we didn't snitch this far, gone, you know, turn in, bamboo ass. He don't need to be on the street. Mic check. I can get smooth to any groove, relax. He don't need to be out there. He don't need to be out there. No, that is not what happens. To protect not only the community and Bamboo and Letitia and the baby, he turns himself in for the murder that was committed by Chuck in the very beginning of the film. And he goes to jail. I did not remember that. I was like, what? Of course, we have this whole intense breakdown of, you know, hey, we have been in circles with you long enough to know that you didn't do this. Why are you doing this? Why are you confessing to a crime that you know you didn't do? Don't go this route. Hey, you said give you a murder. I'm going to give it to you. At this point, it's just about my family, Letitia, and the baby. And kind of like protecting this reputation. You don't know where we live, where we come from. This whole high Midas ass speech that just pretty much equated to, you know, no snitches. Snitches get stitches. So you get to go to jail. You get to go. We ended all of this. We did all of this for you to end up going to jail and Letitia's ass to walk around roaming free with the baby. So Charmaine Taisha Brown gets to go free and you get locked up. He forever caught up. Bokeem is forever caught up. Because, no, behind a woman at that. I ain't got nothing. I would have let Letitia take that charge, because this would have never happened if her ass wasn't trying to walk around Brooklyn in the summer with the leather jacket. Fuck out of here. Well, you guys, that was my review for Strapped. I hope you enjoyed it. Please drop down and tell me what you thought about my review and what you think about this film. Have you ever seen it? I will leave the link below. You really don't even need that, child. It's all over YouTube, just in case you want a refresher or you just want to go watch it for the first time. I look forward to reading you guys' comments. I see you guys for my next review. Bye.